That's a fucking joke.
Wow. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, guys. I'll be the first to admit that I've been slacking. Don't mind this. I've been slacking quite a bit. I haven't been on here as much. It's been a solid month since I posted. The holidays really get in the way. Just don't mind me. I'm trying to scroll through my notes. Don't mind me. The holidays get in the way, between the Thanksgiving and the Christmas. And then Cyberpunk came out, and I played that nonstop, so that really got in the way there for a minute. Really consumed my life, even though I've been on Twitch every now and then. Self-plug right there. Twitch.tv/ALANWOKE. Go check that shit out. It'll blow your fucking mind what I do on there. I'm actually starting to get into more VR shit, and the sorts like that. But who the fuck cares? You're not fucking here for me to plug things. You're not here to see me butt plug things. You're here because I'm doing another woke or joke video. That's right, round 2, baby. We're coming back in harder and stronger than ever. No fucks giving, no holds bars, balls to the walls, nuts to butts, touching all the cheeks and slapping all the meat. I give no fucks and no concerns. But this is my first time doing a movie review. Although someone has pointed out to me that I did one sort of for the Netflix original movie Cuties. That wasn't really a movie review. That was me just really getting pissed at a pedophile known as Mr. Girl. Go check out that video. It is actually my highest grossing video I've ever made. In terms of views, not money. I'm not monetized, obviously. That's not how I roll. But I did want to get one last video out before this year was over. And I was like, what am I going to do? What should I do? What should I do? Alan, what the fuck should I do? And then it came to me. I watched Wonder Woman 1984. Finally. So for this woke or joke video, I will be evaluating the recently released Wonder Woman 1984. Now, for my previous woke or joke video, I reviewed Assassin's Creed Valhalla. When I broke down that game, I held it to certain bases, and I had certain things in place to determine what made that game so fucking great. Things like story, character graphics, and gameplay. Now, obviously, I can't put graphics to a movie, and I could, I guess, in terms of cinematography, which is one of the fucking things. Good job, Alan, getting in your own way. So for my first woke or joke movie review, I will be basing it off of story, characters, cinematography, and climax. The nut bust at the end of the movie. The real fucking razzle dazzle is supposed to make you want to come back for a sequel or a prequel, or in this case, the sequel to the prequel. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a sequel to the prequel, you gotta admit, because I guess Wonder Woman would be the prequel to Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. And then this is a sequel to Wonder Woman, which was the prequel to Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. So yeah, this is the sequel to the prequel. Some real Borderlands type shit we have going on right here. Now, before I delve into this disappointment of a movie, I just want to state that I am actually a huge fan of the first movie, Wonder Woman. It was a phenomenal movie, and it just sucks to see that this is what spawned out of that. It really just grinds my britches in half and fucking tears my taint in two to see that this movie was just not good. So let's talk about why it's not good. So starting off the story. The story is set, as the title says, in 1984, where our protagonist, Diana Prince, is now working at a museum. What she does at the museum is, well, I don't really fucking know, because I don't really pay attention at this point. We finally see her after a certain point in time. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I really didn't give a fuck about what she did at this museum, and it wasn't really clear what she did at the museum, other than she just kind of went around and hung out and found people to talk to about random artifacts. So yeah, but what I do know is that her position was not at all relevant to the story in any kind of way, other than the fact that she worked with somebody who worked at the museum who actually held something. You know what? We'll skip past that. So before we get into the actual story, the meat potatoes of this fucking storyline, we have to go all the way back to young Diana. Back on Themyscira, competing in this Olympic-styled event. Here we have what appears to be a 7-year-old Diana competing against what looks like 20 to 30-year-old women. Why? I don't know. Something to do with she's the best around and no one is ever going to keep her down. Anyways, this scene goes on for far too long for the ending to foreshadow the end of the film. Basically, young Diana competes and she's whooping ass and clapping Themyscirian cheeks like the prodigy she is. And then, bam! The very end, she loses her horse and must cheat to get to the finish line by sliding down this perfectly slide-shaped rock tunnel that looked like they bought the prop from a abandoned Wet n Wild water park. Cut to the end, and Diana is told she loses because she cheated, and learns that honesty is real power, which is the theme for the whole fucking movie. This scene no longer matters to the rest of the plot line, which ultimately was extremely lackluster. Wonder Woman 1984 falls into what I feel is a trap for prequel movies. It's almost impossible to care what happens because, well, we already know what is to happen thanks to Batman vs Superman and Justice League. Also, I'm super stoked for the Snyder Cut, so look forward to a Woke or Joke video for that in the future. But it's impossible to care for something that we know has zero stakes in the movie. There's no drive, there's no real plot because, well, we see what happens in the future. I don't know, maybe it's just my opinion on the whole prequel thing. It might just be me, but it does kind of irritate me. The remainder of the plot, though, revolves around this rock that grants wishes. Bad guy steal rock, becomes rock, and no, not the rock. Hero takes down bad guy, end of story. Honesty good, cue pointless end credit scene no one asked for or cares about. Honestly and seriously though, the plot was just super boring and basic to the T. Next to the introduction as young Diana, the Steve Trevor comeback storyline was fucking terrible and ultimately pointless. It was just super unneeded and was only there to drive the tension on whether Wonder Woman should take back her wish for the magical rock, which would mean she has to stop fucking this dude who embodies Steve Trevor's spirit, even though he actually looks like a different dude. So Diana's getting hit from a dude's different penis than Steve Trevor's penis. Different penis, who dis? I think that every single character aside from the extras in the movie, which were just god-awful, watch the Wonder Woman introduction scene at the mall and you will know what I mean, were super well acted. Gal Gadot nails it once again as Wonder Woman and Diana Prince. She delivers an amazing and emotional performance. Steve Trevor, played by Captain Kirk, was still likable and enjoyable, and he and Gal Gadot still have solid chemistry, despite the stupidity of his story arc. Their scenes together were funny and full of emotion. Why they did another clothes-changing montage is beyond me, but hey, it was still fucking funny. Maxwell Lord, the villain of the movie, played by the Mandalorian, was also a super well-acted character. Pedro Pascal's portrayal as an unknown villain in the DC universe was also enjoyable to watch, also apart from his god-awful conclusion of a story arc. The poor performance of this movie was simply due to the shit storytelling and screenwriting. The actors were amazing and the character portrayals were also really solid. Now with that being said, let's discuss Kristen Wiig as Cheetah, or what should be called 2-minute Cheetah, 1 hour Barbara, Minerva. Her character was insanely one-dimensional the entire movie, which really sucks considering the effort you can see Kristen Wiig putting into the role. We're introduced to her as Diana's co-worker at the museum they both work at. She nerd, so she glasses, so you see nerd girl. And of course the story arc goes the way you would anticipate it to go. She nerd with glasses, no one like. She make wish on rock, no longer nerd, so no longer glasses. She was straight up basically Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3 with this whole symbiote changed personality, only it wasn't as cringy. The only real Cheetah we see is in the last 15 minutes of the movie, where her and Wonder Woman have a fight, battle, I guess? Wonder Woman just kind of yeets Cheetah off this balcony, and she moves on to confront Maxwell. Then we see her again at the end of the movie, only she's no longer Cheetah, as she revoked her wish. So, kind of fucking pointless as a second villain. Now, I wasn't feeling as brave as those anti-maskers out there, so I watched this movie from the comfort of my own living room on my own big TV, where I was able to watch while not being sober and not being charged $12 for an 8-ounce Blue Moon. All thanks to HBO Max. Now the movie obviously looks super well produced as it is a big budget Hollywood movie. Is it as stylish or well done as the first Wonder Woman movie? The answer is yes and no, because they were different eras and therefore deserve to be shot differently, and I think director Patty Jenkins did an excellent job of setting the movie in the 1980s. So 10 out of 10 on the overall aesthetic of the film. Now, if only that effort was put into the actual script of the movie. Yeah, that was mean, but like for real though. Undoubtedly the weakest climax out of any superhero movie to ever be made in this current era of comic book films. Say what you want about Joss Whedon's Justice League, but at least there was a mildly epic battle that took place for the film. So, spoiler alert right now for the ending of this movie, even though honestly, I don't feel like there's anything really to spoil, so just bear that in mind before you skip to the, I don't know, let's say 2 or 3 minutes. Let's say 2 minutes, just skip 2 minutes if you genuinely don't want to see what happens next. Okay. Wonder Woman revokes her wish and Steve Trevor is now gone. Wonder Woman yeets Cheetah. Maxwell, now granting everyone in the world their wishes via the US government satellite program, is confronted by the Wonder Woman and basically tells him to stop, you're hurting people. She shows him what's happening with his son, whom is very important to him, so Maxwell stops what he's doing by revoking his big wish, and then he just kind of like runs out of the building, and that's it. No consequences for anything he has done. He was just like, I'ma head out then. Everyone in the world revokes their wishes, and now we're back to normal. I didn't even mention the pointless golden armor Wonder Woman gets towards the end because honestly, much like the movie as a whole, it was fucking pointless. So, in conclusion, woke or joke? This movie is receiving a 40% woke and a 60% joke. The 40% woke stems from the amazing performance of all the main cast involved in the movie. After all, they deserve the credit, and it's not like it's their fault the script fucking sucked. And of course, the overall cinematography of the movie, which was excellently crafted by Patty Jenkins, and I think Zack Snyder produced it and helped out a little bit. I don't know. 60% joke for the obvious reasons I've stated. This movie just was not good. There was no stakes despite how hard they tried to make you think there was. The movie wasted an amazing Wonder Woman villain with a rich backstory, i.e. Cheetah, by giving her a half-assed basic nerdy girl becomes cool trope. And the movie itself was so long and just completely dragged ass. Alright. That sucks. That really sucks. I have so much hope for Wonder Woman 3, which is now also in production. I hope they learned their lesson. This movie was just not good, man. Like, I had so much hope for this movie, I think, because, I don't know, Wonder Woman was such a good movie. It had everything. It had the action, the emotion, it had an excellent storyline, an awesome fake-out villain, an actual villain that was well worth the wait, Ares, a well-known villain at that, much like Cheetah herself. But they wasted Cheetah on nothing. That's going to wrap up this video. After this, I'm actually going to be doing a podcast tonight with the Wasted Respawn team. Joining us there on either my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/ALANWOKE or my boys' channel, Grim Adventures. Also, I think twitch.tv. I think he might be doing Facebook now. I'm not entirely sure. If you guys want to see more woke or joke videos, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see get woked or joked. If you want to see something be woke or joke, let me know if you want to see a movie get fucking roasted or fucking praised. Alright? Again, I apologize for the big delay on all of my videos. I haven't posted in a fucking month. After this new year, obviously I have my own resolutions for myself. I'm gonna start getting fitnessed. I'm gonna get fitnessized. Start working harder on the channel, obviously. I have a wedding to plan. I have so much going on in this year alone. It's fucking nuts the butts, guys. But thank you guys for your undying support. Thank you guys again for that 100 subscribers. I'm still stoked about it non-stop. So, yeah. Like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see, woke or joke. And, stay woke.
If you wanna see some wet ass pussy, look, I need a hard hit, I need a